Hello there and welcome back to the web programming video series. In this video we are going to discuss on how we can create the backend of registering our products. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So when we created the design in the last video, and if you try to add any category without selecting, if you try to add the product without selecting a category, you will receive an error message. So let's click OK. And let's move forward. Likewise, if you forget to add some other elements also, we should receive an error message. And now let's click on the button save product. We can upload images also. So let's upload a few images, and then let's click on now you can see that 3 images have been uploaded, and you can view the images as well. And here also we can see the notice. And then you click on save product and the product is saved. Let's look at our backend and our code. So we are in the add product.php, and when we see, we have used the HTML only, and we added a few meta tags for the responsiveness. We added bootstrap, then a few icon packs, some fonts and other elements. So we always require the connection.php to use the database, and we have included the header as well. So that is the header part which I just showed you. And you can see that we have used a lot of bootstrap classes, and the select product category is programmed here. So we discussed about the design in the earlier video. And when we go down, you can see that we have taken all the brands from the database, and then using a for loop we are printing each and every brand as an option. Now when we select the product model also, we are using the same concept where we take the model from the database, and then we add it to our options within the PHP code. Now when we go scroll down, we can see the product condition also. So that one we have used checkbox. So form check input is the class, so we are using a radio input. And now when we go down, we can select the product color. So the product color is also displayed by using a for loop after taking the data from the database. So you can see that. So we are given a drop down list. Likewise, you can see that each and every option has been given by selecting from the database. And then when we go forward, we can see that we have the add button. So you can add the color, so the request will be gone to the admin, and we can also add the product quantity. So we are using an input field to get the quantity from the user to update it in our product database. And then you can see that we have a cost per item, so that is also we are using an input type. And the approved payment method doesn't have anything to be taken, it is just design. And then we have the delivery cost. So within Colombo and out of Colombo, those also input types. And here we can see the product description. So we have already used text area, so we discussed all this in the previous video as well. And then we have the add product images, so we can add the maximum 3 images. And once we add it, it should come to the page. So I had named it as ID1, 2 and I123. And then notice it's not a big deal since it's just design. And when add product is clicked, the product is sent to the JavaScript side. So from the JavaScript side, what we do is we select our category, brand, model, title, ID, and if the condition is 0, we send the value as it is the brand new. And next what we have is we are getting all the color IDs, the color input, the quantity, the cost, then delivery for Colombo, delivery for out of Colombo, and everything. Next we send it through a form, and then we are selecting everything's value. Only the image from down we are from the next code we are counting the number of images, and then we are sending it through an AJAX request. And if we receive the response X product image saved successfully, the page should reload, and it's sent to add product process.php, which is an external PHP file, and we are sending a form to that file. And then next is load brand. So we load the brand once the category is selected. It shows the brands according to the category. And now let's see the add product process.php. So once the session is started, then we require the connection.php to use our database. And then once we go down, we are taking all the values from the JavaScript to the PHP script, and we can see that we are taking each and everything, and we are even taking the category also. So if the category is 0, we should display an error message, and if any of the values are 0, we should show an error message to the user. Likewise, even we are using some validations called string length, title, then empty. So string length basically calculates the number of string values within that string, and if it is greater than 100, then it should show an error message. Likewise, if is numeric, it's not numeric. So for the cost, if it is not numeric, means if the value should be a number, otherwise there will be an error. Then if empty means if the value is empty, there is an error. So we have used a lot of validations for taking data into our PHP script from the JavaScript. So let's scroll down, and we can see all are being validated before entering into the database. So before entering, it will show an error message, and it will stop the entry of data into the database. Alright, so now let's have a look at what happens if there are no error messages. So first we get the model has brand from the database by getting a result set, and then we get the ID to so that we can enter it into a product table, and then we enter everything into our database. So even the time is also included in the database, and when it is was added, and even the user details are also available in the product table, so we can know that who has entered it into our table. And this part is we see the number of files, and we check for the image extension. So all these are valid image extensions which we have added in the list, so in our array. So it checks if this is wrong, and it displays it. So these display on our page. So what happens here basically is it moves the uploaded file into the resources mobile images folder, and it sends the path to the database. If the image type is an invalid type, which we haven't mentioned, then it surely should show an error message. And if everything is alright, then the product image saved successfully, and the success message should be shown to the user. Thank you for watching this video. We will meet in the next video.